let me just thank Susan, thank you and Ray, and the Susans and the Rays of the world, because anybody who knows me knows I love superheroes. I have always loved superheroes from the time I was a kid up to now. Now, I'm a little partial. I like the Marvel universe. I like the X-Men and Spider-Man, and I like all those. And even to this day, if a movie comes out, the kids, my kids are grown, but we go to the movies to see them, my wife. And I say that because I've always loved them, because at the end of the day, no matter what is on that screen, you know it will work out in the end. And people like Ray and all of those who donate, who sign up for the organ and tissue transplant, they make it okay for people like me, right? I was diagnosed with chronic kidney failure in 1997. And I was in great shape, ran 3 miles a day. I worked out every day, was in intramural leagues. Just didn't understand why I had headaches. And the headaches, the hypertension, by the time I was diagnosed, had already shut down one of my kidneys. And then I had to go to dialysis. I was on dialysis for a year, and I'm blessed. I did it for a year, and in that year I had 3 calls. Doesn't normally happen like that. The last call I received was in January of 2010, and I was primary. I was secondary for the other 2. I got a call at about 3:30 in the morning from Barnes-Jewish Hospital, telling me that they were flying a kidney in. There's been a terrible accident in Kansas City, and that they were flying a kidney in. And by the grace of God, I heard the phone, right, 3:30 in the morning. And I was only 10 minutes, I lived back then only 10 minutes away from Barnes-Jewish Hospital. Get there, that was Saturday night. Sunday morning, I'll never forget, the Packers, Brett Favre, Minnesota Vikings was playing the Green Bay Packers in the playoff game. And Brett Favre was the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm watching it on TV like, wow. Next thing I know, I wake up and the kidney's in. They kept me 2 days and I was back home, right? And I have never looked back since. And as Nikki said, any chance I get to be a part of anything that has to do with the champion of organ donation, I'm on it. I didn't always sign. I didn't do like Nikki. When I got my license, I didn't sign up for anything. But after I went through what I went through, I signed up, my wife signed, and my grown adult kids, that they've signed up to be organ donors. And so this really is about the gift of life. This really is about the quality of life. This really is about giving sight to the sightless. You know, you want to live forever. You want to be immortal. Sign up. Person died for me to be here, but he's here with me. He's there with my kids. The things that I tell my children will be passed on to their children and so forth and so on. He lives through me. And I never ever have a bad day here. I never have a bad day. Someone say, why do you always smile? Why wouldn't I? I've been given a second chance, right? I was born in 72, September. I'm a Virgo. But I received a new lease in life in January 2010. And so the secretary is awesome. We've passed legislation he's a big proponent of it. I know we passed legislation a year or 2 ago with the IDNR to move things forward. IDNR, Secretary of State's office, when you sign up for a hunting license, now you have the option to click whether you want to be an organ donor. I want to continue to work with the secretary. He's a big proponent and advocate of moving things forward, the gift that keeps on giving. And so I won't say any more than that, but it is really a blessing to have a second chance, and to the real heroes, the Rays of the world and the Susans, because it's not just the Rays, it's the family as well. So God bless you and thank you. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to keep up to date with the news from the caucus. For more information on what I'm working on, please follow me on social media using the links in the description below.